bloodsucker! I'm sending you to hell! Bloodsucker! I'm sending you
Look how all the world hath aged, and I have aged too. I feel old and drained, and weathered as all these relics.
Journal entry October 1999. We've been driven off the dig. Damn Zamitzi. We've lost half our forces. Back to England to regroup. Still, Dr. Alatius is oddly optimistic. He reckons that the ancient vampire we found will be the key to carrying on a holy crusade. I want to douse the undead wretch with petrol and strike a match to it. But the doctor knows best.
Fall of Viscerad Castle, from an unknown source, probably kindred. The Tzimisce conspire against not just the other clans, but against the antediluvians and Cain himself, and against God, in an ultimate battle they dare to hope to win. In their monstrous hubris, they see themselves as the true masters of all kindred, and of all ancient power. In the last days after the deluge, the ancient Tzimisce Vukodlak gathered demonic power by defiling all that was good and pure. He posed a threat to the ancient order of Cainites and was cast into deep torpor. But his loyal Tzimisce followers conserved his power for centuries and sought to resurrect their dread lord.
From the Journal of Father Leo Walatius, Society of Leopold. Today, plunged into Viscerad Castle with 3 fire teams of expensive mercenaries, fully expecting to find a hive of Tzimisce cultists. Imagine our surprise when we found the ruins deserted and utterly intact. This despite the fact that several of Vukodlak's faithful followers survived the Night of Fire and seek to resurrect their lord. This is proof that God favors me above all others.
I'm sending you to hell! Die, filthy beast! Die, filthy beast!
The Fall of Viscerad Castle. Further additions to the original by Father Leo Alatius. Viscerad Castle was once the heart of a pitched battle between humans and kindred scum. It marks the first time in recorded history that humans have successfully overthrown the bloodsuckers. They were burned, pulled from their havens, and left to bake in the sun. They call it the night the very demons shook the walls of the city, spewing flame and death. Those brave humans are our spiritual forefathers, because they started the Inquisition and burned countless vampires. Of course, there was a lot of collateral damage, but that's unavoidable. Though we call ourselves the Society of Leopold, I prefer the name Inquisition. It strikes fear. What followed was centuries of hiding, which the vampires call the Masquerade. They went underground and tried to build a coalition. Fortunately, they split on policy. Two sects arose, the Camarilla and the Sabbat. The Sabbat sought to regain their domination over the kine, and spurned the Masquerade adopted by the Camarilla. I trace this fracture in the vampire world to this event. Therefore, I must uncover the legendary Viscerad Castle. Who knows what wonders it holds?
The Fall of Viscerad Castle. Additions to the original by Brother Maynard of the Arcanum. In the 12th century, Vukodlak's cultists nearly succeeded in raising him from torpor. But the Bruja Prometheans, led by Ekaterina the Wise, crushed his plan and razed Viscerad Castle to rubble. Ekaterina conspired with the mortals of Prague, who had suffered the depredations of Vukodlak's followers. The mortals aided the Prometheans in the short term, but in the long run the kindred suffered. Ekaterina's act built up mortal opposition to vampires, which would soon culminate in the Inquisition.
From the Journal of Father Leo Alatius, Society of Leopold, September 1999. Today we begin our excavation of Visserad Castle in earnest. We had better find a lot of valuable artifacts and lore. This is costing me a fortune. Some large carved stones are proving very difficult to break through.
Bloodsucker! I'm sending you to hell! Back off, bloodsucker! I'm sending you to hell!
From the Journal of Father Leo Alatius, Society of Leopold, October 1999. Damn! The Zamitsi drove us off my excavation, killed half my men. We barely got away with the artifacts we uncovered. I cannot believe the Lord allowed this travesty! Friar Ignatius insists that the large carved stones over the ruins were protective blessings placed after the fall of Viscerad Castle by persons unknown. He maintains that the Zamitsi could freely pillage the ruins once we broke through the wards. I dislike his holier-than-thou attitude and don't miss him very much, though he was useful in finding the site of the ruins. From the Journal of Father Leo Alatius, Society of Leopold. God has blessed me with my greatest prize, an ancient vampire still sleeping in deep torpor. He's a blaspheming heretic who wears the red cross of a crusader to mock all that is holy. I'll enjoy tormenting such an evil creature. I've shipped him to my estate, where I'll bind him, fatten him on fresh plasma. Then, engorged on his blood, I will hunt down the Zamitsi, who dared to steal artifacts that were rightfully mine. I know little about them, except that they have excavated a tremendous amount of earth from the site and shipped it to London, and from there, I think, to New York, the diabolical home of the Sabbat. They must be setting up a large operation to meet so much earth from their homeland.
Who's that?
Hello, filthy little kindred. I am Father Leo Alatius, and I have killed bloodsuckers like you for 200 years.
I have no wish to fight thee.
Then give up your blood without a fight. It will make a tasty addition to my collection. Early generation kindred, vintage 12th century. 1140. A good decade for Vitae.
I wish only to leave this place, but I will kill thee if I must.
Your time is dead, boy. You can never fit into this world. You have no one. You are nothing. Let us deliver you from this alien land of eternal loneliness and pain.
I did not endure for 800 years to die at thy behest.
From the Journal of Father Leo Alatius, Society of Leopold. These damned Zemizzi are proving very hard to find, since they hired the criminal Giovanni to make their shipments untraceable. Still, once the blood of my sleeping vampire courses through my veins, I'll find them and crush the sleeping Vukodlak. Then, with the blood of Vukodlak in my veins, I'll be able to destroy all vampires. Of course, I don't mean all vampires. I'll require a well-maintained flock of imprisoned vampires to keep me supplied with blood. And I'll have to crush all the other vampire slayers lest they destroy my flock. Then I'll have life eternal, without succumbing to the curse of Cain. This will take time, but I have all the time in the world. My first 300 years of life will soon seem like nothing more than a prelude to my holy domination of the earth. Tomorrow we try to feed the vampire without awakening him.
Now is all my reason thrown down. Surely my sleep hath made me mad, for if I'm yet sane, then the world has become a lunatic asylum. Towers of glass loom over the tallest cathedral spires. Juggernauts of steel hurtle through the streets of London. The cobbled Roman roads, which once I walked as a young crusader, are now fused into a single ribbon of black stone. And those roads are clogged with night-walking Londoners, heedless of the danger from the vampires among them. Are they so emboldened by the phantom torches, which pierce the night and stab my eyes? Surely my world has died, and all I love lies buried with it. My garments have mouldered away with age, as my body would have, were I not one of the damned. I cannot wander the streets clad thus. I have need of suitable garments.
Boy, you need a lot more than some new clothes, you freak. You need to hand over your wallet.
I know not thy language, but thy intent is clear from the mask that obscures thy eyes. Thou art a common cutpurse.
What? What's this about a purse? Shut up and give me your money.
I shall give thee my blade instead.
Yeah! Are you crazy? Ow, please don't hurt me. Take my gym bag, please. You need clothes, right? I got clothes, you take them. Just don't hurt me.
I thank thee for this gift. Go forth, and steal no more.
Right. Okay, I'm gone.
Hail and well met, keeper of the curio shop. I am Christoph.
Well, well, well. What have we here?
Thy shop displays items of great import. We would examine thy wares.
Very well, then. Sumner Montague, at your service. A pleasure serving you, Christoph. Good day. Do come back when you have more trinkets.
We have a wide selection of vitae for your dining pleasure. We have blue-collar brews, white-collar cocktails, and pink-collar daiquiris. We've got young blood, old blood, tainted blood, and blue blood. We've got innocence, we've got experience, uptown, downtown, Park Avenue matrons, and Bowery wine. Our special of the day is a succulent free-range virgin, fresh off the bus from Iowa, free of additives and preservatives. You'll find it a tart blend with a crisp and refreshing afterbite.
Bottoms up. Blood's a bit diluted here, eh? What, you fresh out of the grave? Newly embraced? You look it, with that deer in the headlights look pasted on your gob.
Do not presume to mock me, whelp. I am far older than thou knowest, and have no patience for the likes of thee.
Well, well, well. Oi, barkeep! Get this antique bloodsucker a swig of Vitae, courtesy of Pink of Clan Brugia. Don't water it down, you mortal worm. This'll put some colour back in your cheeks. Air of the bat that bit you.
Thou art Brugia? Art thou a Promethean?
Ha! You must be a fossil! The Prometheans are ancient history. Those nutters are long dead, along with their utopian ideals. What a load of bat shit that was! What's your name, you crusty old relic?
Forgive me. I am Christoph Romuald.
Oh, Christoph Romuald.
Christoph Romuald, once of the Order of the Sword Brethren. Once a Promethean Brugia. And now I know not what. Weary. Alone. And damned.
Damned, I can't help. But no one is alone with old Pink around. Especially not a fella Brugia. Here's to Christoph, the last of the Prometheans. Welcome to the new world, Squire. Hope you like what we've done with the place. So, where will you be creating your Promethean paradise on Earth, Squire?
All I wanted was to be with my Inesca.
A bit of crumpet, eh? I've heard of worse paradises and no mistake.
But fair Inesca was taken as ghoul by that Tzimisce monster Vukutlak. After such horrors as I have endured, after losing so much, I awake to find I have finally lost all. For I have lost her.
Yeah, not so fast, Squire. There's two ways your bird might be around. Ghouls can live as long as us licks. Of course, you need a constant supply of Tzimisce blood, or she'll fall apart faster than Thatcher's reforms. And if one of them fiends embraced her, she'd be around today as one of us. Well, as a Tzimisce.
Thou dost compound my misery. I dare not hope such a thing. 'Twould be a curse if fair Inesca lived in such a state for 1,000 years.
Take it from old Pink. Anything's better than the quiet of the grave. There's hope even for us licks. We can climb the path to the summit, or some such.
Thou art on the road of humanitas?
Something like that.
Thou speakest true. Should Inesca have been preserved for lo these many centuries, I shall seek after her. Whether she is ghoul to that monster Vukutlak, or one of his vampires, I shall find her. Find her and destroy him. He will pay in angry blood. And if I find only her grave, I shall be exceedingly glad for her soul.
Rare thing, such passion in licks. Bloodless pack of cowards these days. Tell you what, I'll help you find this bird, Inesca. I hates the Tzimisces too. I could enjoy sinking me fangs into a fiend or two.
My Lord Pink, thou art honorable. I accept thy kindly offer.
You need me to tell you what's what? The Camarilla have a million little rules. Wipe yourself with the wrong hand, and these licks will call down the Justicars on you.
What?
Nothing, just a joke.
Thou art unlike the vampires of my world, for most only assisted me for their personal gain.
Well, what's left of us, Brugia, gotta stick together. Even if you are a mouldy old fossil. So, where did you last see this bird of yours?
I last beheld Inesca before the collapse of the Tzimisce stronghold in Prague. I have since learned that the Tzimisce have traveled from thence to London, and by sea to a land west of London called New York. Perhaps this New York lies within Ireland.
No, ever since the famine, Ireland lies within New York!
There are isles west of Ireland?
Yeah, something like that. Little place called America. The United States thereof.
United States. An auspicious name, for I wish my own state reunited.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Perhaps in New York shall we find a criminal named Giovanni.
Giovanni? They ain't one guy. They're a whole clan. A whole clan of criminals. They snacked on old Cappadocius and sucked down all his juice. The entire Cappadocian clan is gone. And the Giovanni have their power.
I'm not surprised. The Cappadocian clan seemed oddly gullible and ripe for domination by schemers even in my day. What became of the Bruja?
What hasn't? The Bruja are all kissed and made up with the Ventru now, in one big happy family called the Camarilla. The Toreador, the Gangrel, the Nosferatu, the loony Malkavians, even the Tremere are bosom buddies. Out of fear of Gehenna, mostly. Our real enemy is the Sabbat, made up of the Sumitsi, the Lasombra, and a pack of the most vicious licks in the world. I don't care for the snobs of the Camarilla any more than the next lick, but I don't want to dig my way out of a bloody grave. That's what the Sabbat do to you. Beat you to the brink of death, then bury you. When you start starving, you claw your way to the surface, the madness killing any bit of humanity in you. So I work with the Camarilla against the Sabbat.
My past is dead, and I am no longer a pawn servicing the whims of the elders and their jihad.
It ain't good to be alone out there. It helps to have a gang at your back. Especially if you want to find this Inesca. I can't help you find the Giovanni, but I can help you find out about any bootleg shipping. The filthy Setites run all the bootleg shipping in London. I know a Setite knocking shop on the East End. Now let's put the boot into some snakes, but watch yourself. The Setites are a real bad seed.
Knocking shop?
I know you had 'em in your day, Chris. Even a geezer like you can't be older than the world's oldest profession. Now come on, we're gonna need some supplies. You can sell some of that old junk and get some real weapons.
We require an armorer and an alchemist.
Something like that. All these horseless carriages and electric lights must be too much for your little medieval mind, eh, Chrissy?
I have witnessed the perverse experiments of the Tremere, clay that walks like a man, and spirits of the dead. Lights and wagons have no power to enthrall me.
Ah, shut up. Who asked you? You'll need me if you want to survive in this world.
I bid you greetings again, Sumner.
Greetings, Christophe. I see you've wasted no time in finding new friends. I am somewhat honored to receive such distinguished guests.
Or maybe you're quaking in your slippers, you great puff.
Do not test me, blood drinker. I don't think you're quite up to it.
Oi, come on then.
Peace. We mean thee no harm, Sumner Montague.
Perhaps you need to keep your coterie on a tighter leash.
Perhaps. Now let us see thy wares.
Of course. My sanctum is at your disposal, for the time being. Good day.
I should bring you up to date on the modern world, Christophe. Let's see. Against all odds, peddlers and money changers defeated the priests and the nobles, so now merchants rule the world. Peasants rule themselves by voting on who gets to be king in his court. And some people still believe the world was created in 7 days, even though men have walked on the moon.
The Lord completed the world in 6 days, and that means that faith has not died in these 800 years.
Unfortunately, not. Oof, I'm damned thirsty. I could go for a lick stick.
Lick stick?
A mortal. Feeding, you stupid git.
We shall not take the lives of those we feed upon.
Oh, bugger off. What do you care about the juice bags anyway?
As long as we have greater power, we have an obligation to keep them under our protection.
You're a fat lot of fun, aren't you?
It is important.
Okay, no killing when I feed, Christ. We need to get you some real weapons. Those ancient artifacts ain't gonna do shit against licks with guns. You need to sell some junk. I bet that necklace would fetch a tidy sum.
Never.
Oh, terribly sorry, your lordship. Just trying to save your blood-sucking hide is all.
What? What do you want? Get lost!
Hello? Good day.
Brace that tender heart of yours, Chris. These damned Setite snakes ghoul the working girls and boys and sell them to mortals and kindred alike. Kindred pay to feed on the poor harlots, and the Setites feed on the mortal customers. The juice bags leave tired, but they never suspect a thing. Cozy as you please. The mistress of the place is a Setite called Lucretia. She sells some of their ghoul slaves to the Sabbat in America and runs drugs and weapons through those cargo ships of yours. Maybe she's picking up some extra cash moving mud for the fiends.
Come upstairs. I'll flush
Hey
those white
boys,
cheeks.
I've got what you want.
Love, you don't even know what I want.
Fresh blood.
I take it back. I guess you do know after all.
Don't kill me! I'm not one of the Setites. I'm from Clan Toreador.
Prove it.
Come
Who are
upstairs.
Cry Cry Cry?
I'll flush those white cheeks.
You mean the American band Cry Cry Cry? Aren't they that acoustic trio that, even though they're all songwriters, only does covers of songs by other groups and performs the most depressing...
Enough! She's a Tory, all right.
Please protect me. I'll help you with whatever you need.
We offer protection even if you can do nothing to help us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for freeing me. I've been trapped in that damn brothel for nearly a year. I was kidnapped by a handsome Setite who came to see me sing in a club.
The snakes wanted you to give the mortals some bloody good fun, eh? Slip 'em a little taste of Cain's kiss, did ya?
Most mortals
Come
love the
upstairs.
delirium that comes
I'll
from being
flush
a
those
blood donor
white
to a
cheeks.
vampire. Especially the way I do it.
Where is their leader? We have questions about illegal shipping.
That would be Lucretia. She's horribly powerful. She lives in the Temple of Set below the brothel. I can't truly be free of her blood bond until she's dead. If anyone knows about shipping, it's her. She knows everything the Setites know.
Great. How do we get to her?
In the storage area. There's a locked
Come
door behind a
upstairs.
cheesy-looking
I'll
stage
flush those
backdrop of the
white
Valley of
cheeks.
Kings. There must be some secret way to open the door, but I don't know what it is.
Come upstairs. I'll flush those white cheeks. Come upstairs. I'll flush those white cheeks. Come upstairs. I'll flush those white cheeks.
Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain thee. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain thee. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain thee. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain thee. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain thee. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain me. draw the precious blood from my body to sustain me. Thou may draw the precious blood from my body to sustain me.
Hey, Chris. Look at old Set gobbling up Osiris. Filthy snakes.
Their worship of Set is frightening. I've seen such horrible things.
Alas, I am cursed to prey on the living.
Ugh.